Is that a pregnancy test? Is that a pregnancy test? It looked like it. A pregnancy test. Whose pregnancy test? Yes, today we're back with the next part of Only Pretend. If you have not seen the other ones, catch up on the playlist somewhere. The ending of the pregnancy test in, like, what was that, a gift box? Just hidden at the top of the closet? In Cerise's closet? Whose is that? I know it can't be Cerise's. You're telling me she was with Sawyer? I don't buy it. Was it Claire's? I don't know. We're going to find out here. Let's see what happens next. Go follow the amazing author Charlie Seb. Subscribe if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's start the drama. We just want to thank you all for making it here tonight. Regardless of whether we had 4 of you in the audience or 4,000, this evening would have been no less special, not because it was the night I became yours, because I've been yours since the moment you stepped foot into my bakery. No, tonight is special because we've let our families bear witness to our promise. Who are these people? I promise to love each other for an eternity. Who is that person? Okay, that's Cerise. Congratulations, Uncle Vance. Uncle Vance. Okay. You really lucked out in the wifey department, you know. Oh, don't worry, you don't have to remind me. But now that me and your brother are hitched, I reckon it's your turn now, sweetheart. Can't wait to see the lucky bastard you end up with. Haha, right. And speaking of lucky bastards, do you mind saving me a dance with your wife? Would love to catch up with the sweet girl. You sure you're not trying to charm her away? Looks like someone's already beat me to it. I don't know how I feel about him just yet. I'm a little confused. Oh, we drinking champagne. Man, we have glasses poured. I need a little more than that. Oh. This chapter was called Champagne Problems. There you are. Why is she over here drinking from the bottle? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Cerise, what the hell are you doing out here? Don't tell me you came because you were concerned. If anything, you were probably looking for the bottle. Where's all this coming from? I was gonna say, I'm a little shocked. Come on, we've got to go back inside and say hi to some people. Is this what it's always gonna be like? Is what? Eternity. In her vows, Grace said their marriage was for eternity. Sawyer, I don't think I can do this. Do what? This marriage or whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm just so tired. Do you have any idea how exhausting it is? Wearing a fake smile for so long, you forget what the real thing feels like. Constantly performing, pretending everything is fine, just to go home and find that hell isn't over because the one person who's supposed to be on your side is the last person to take it. A person so repulsed by the thought of you that at best you couldn't even call yourself strangers. Go off. Go off, Cerise. I can't tell who I am anymore apart from who I'm supposed to be. This girl went through it. What do you want me to do? Right now, just want you to leave me alone. I don't have a Claire. I can go home to the end of the night when things get rough. All I have is me. So please, just for tonight, allow me to rest. Just for tonight, don't make me go out there and pretend. Poor Cerise. Is this your first time on Earth, asshole? Sawyer, I'm sorry. Are you sure you feel okay? You look a little pale. Oh, he's remembering the past where he was an asshole. I'm fine. Just got lost in thought. You know, they look good in their outfits, though. The Browns. I think they look good in the brown outfits. Completely off topic, but what's this? You what? The police? What are you saying? Shh. Keep it down, will ya? This is serious stuff, Jake. What if the chief finds out? Hello, are you even listening to me? Let's talk somewhere else. Let's do that. What is this about? Don't tell me they're trying to hide evidence or something. Yes, listen in on them. I need the gossip. You have to promise not to tell anyone. If the chief finds out you took a bribe, you could get charged. Oh, we're taking bribes. Oh my gosh, are we surprised? Not really. I didn't take a bribe for F's sake. I was just instructed to ignore the evidence. No offense to you, officer, but I already found that car a couple weeks back. Oh, so then why did you? Because the orders came from the chief himself. The chief. Why would the chief? No clue, but I don't think he's got any personal involvement with the case anyway. The orders must have come from somewhere above. How interesting. How interesting. We're hiding evidence. So trustworthy. Another story, and the police don't do anything. Are we surprised? Not really. I trust you can park it, William. Of course, Mr. Owens. There was an odd sense of familiarity that overtook me once we set foot on the Owens estate. Rationalizing, I thought it must have been my previous visits to the ground way before the accident. Which I just presumed were my frequent, seeing as this was my in-laws' home. But upon greater scrutiny, I came to realize the truth of this strange connection. That's weird. Why is it pinning 2 locations from my phone? This would have been my dad's house. Right, he had mentioned it was his father's house. Ma'am, I'm afraid you're in the way of the path to the garage. Oh, pardon me. I feel this is way too soon to think, but what if the dad, instructed Cerise to get killed because he wanted to take over the company or something? Just throwing random thoughts out. William, was it? The conspiracy theories, that is correct. Are you the family driver for the Owens? Among other things, yes. I see. I couldn't help but take notice of the scar that danced across his eye. I didn't mean to make a spectacle of it, but it was quite hard not to notice. Especially not when I had that gash of my own that's streaking across my forehead like the aftermath of a meteorite. I'm gonna ask about the scar. Should we ask about Owens or the scar? Ask about the scar. If you don't mind me asking, and it's totally okay for you to decline to speak on this, it's quite sensitive, but I was curious about your scar. The reason I thought that one instead of the Owens family is because this is getting to know him personally. If we ask about the Owens, we're just probably going to get some generic responses, but if we ask about him, you never know. As you could probably tell, we're in the same club. It was an occupational injury, ma'am. Nothing serious. Well, it's nice to see that I've got myself a twin in the household. Makes me feel a little less alone. The Owens are a wonderful host, Sam. We'll see about that. You will always be well taken care of. Taken care of or taken care of? That's the question. I'm sure that's true, but if ever need an escape, you'll be available for a chat, right? If that is what the young miss would like, then of course. It's what she'd like, yes. Well, it was nice meeting you, William. I hope he's not a bad guy. Why do you look upset? Why do you look upset, William? Were you in on it too? A lot more people than I was expecting. I had expected dinner to only consist of me, the Owens, and the infamous Claire. But to my surprise, I was greeted by an ocean of foreign faces. Oh, the regret is real. It was a harmony of the most important individuals in my husband's life, and yet I have barely a semblance of a connection with any one of them. This looks miserable. All these people, I'm good. Deep down, I knew there was no point getting anxious about the whole ordeal, girl. I would have just said no thanks. I'm not going. I had a lifetime ahead of me to get to know these people. There was no need to put excessive pressure on myself to make a long-lasting impression today. Hi, everyone. Oh, son, you two finally made it. Sandy, I'm watching you. Come say hello to Grace. Sawyer, are you listening to me? Why? He's just, oh. Don't worry about it, Sandy. It's not exactly a short trip from the city to make it out here. The boy must be tired. The boy seems to have forgotten what manners are. Excuse me. Oh, what's he gonna go to beat his kid again? Okay, let's talk to her. She seems friendly. How about we all go into the kitchen and grab a drink? Juice for me, of course. Wait a minute. I thought she was gonna come over and say hi to us. I hope that wasn't her being shady. I was prepared to make friends with her. I'm really hoping she wasn't being shady, but I thought when the way they the camera look at her and then be like, let's go get drink. Maybe I read that too much. Maybe I read into that too much. It's barely 5 p.m. and you're already popping bottles. I mean, it's got to be 5 p.m. somewhere. The earlier you finish, the more you can hydrate later and sleep better. It's fine. Don't tell me you and the girl fought. She has a name, you know. You made a promise to me that it would be different this time. Like you're any expert in marital affairs. Oh, guess you can say I learned from the best. You better watch that tone with me, son. You're not supposed to drink tonight. You drove here. What the hell do you think William's for? And 1 glass won't kill me. I know you like the back of my hand, Sawyer. You drink yourself to death when you feel like picking a fight. You know me like the back of your hand. Is my face finally starting to make a stain on those knuckles? Oh. It seems like you've been away from home for far too long. You know what, Sawyer, at this point, take a swing. It's fine. You're starting to forget about the family rules around here. I think you need a little reminding. Oh no, I think you need a little reminding, old man. It's time for you to break a hip. You can't have family rules. There is no family. Violence is not the answer, people. But I'm pretty sure Sandy beat Sawyer, so, and especially when he was a kid. So do I feel bad about saying that? Not particularly. Up until now, I've still got to do everything for you. You should have swung first, Sawyer. Take this old man out. So it came into your baker with the intention of buying the property, but fell in love with the baker instead. That sounds like something straight out of a movie. Okay, so she was being friendly. I am so happy because I was hoping Grace was going to be normal. Because we know Claire is there. What's the name? Sister's name again? Juliette. I get bad vibes from her. Uncle Vance. I don't know about him. I'm going to trust Grace because she seems nice, but we'll see. And then Sandy's just an abuser, so. Well, I definitely didn't make it easy for him at first. I wasn't exactly into the Casanova types. But when Vance gave in and pulled away, I realized I had just pushed away the first decent man that had ever walked into my life. I'm going to take your word, Grace. He had integrity and a strong character just as much as he had good looks and charm. And I don't know, I think I could just sense something deeper within him that I hadn't felt with anyone else. Gosh, your love sounds so beautiful. I wish I had been at the wedding. Well, technically you were. And quite wasted too, might I add. Maybe it was a mercy to forget it. At least one thing's for sure, I'll be here for the main event. I'm really happy Grace ended up being a really good person. My baby's lucky. She's already got a whole crowd of people loving her before they even met her. Speaking of, I usually take my supplements around this time. I'll be back in a bit, Cerise. Already missing you, Grace. Don't leave us, Grace. For the past 30 minutes, Grace had kept me perfectly occupied from the anxiety that came with being thrown into a room full of strangers. Sawyer is getting beat up in the other room. None of these people really care for Cerise. Well, I feel Uncle Vance and Chase don't really have any thing going for them. They're fine, maybe, hopefully. But the girls, on the other hand, a lot of haters in this room. She made me feel at home, but now that my distraction had disappeared, I was finally forced to navigate these social waters on my own. The worst when your comfort person has to leave for a little bit and you're just stuck. It's terrible. And as nerve-wracking as it was, especially without my husband by my side, I genuinely wanted to get to know these figures in his life. Time to socialize. Talking to these characters can earn you 3 butterfly points. There will be one character you need to speak to in order to move on. And there will be one character that will end the mini game immediately. Choose your order wisely. Pick the safe ones first. Okay, well, I can guess it's going to be the boys. So we'll start with Vance. Hello, I don't think we've had the chance to properly chat. I'm Cerise Laurent, I know. Oh, darling, it's so wonderful to finally see you again. Oh, okay, he's being nice. Okay, it's positive. If Grace married the man, I trust her judgment. I know we've only known Grace for 5 minutes now, but I trust her judgment. My wife and I have been out of state, so we haven't had the chance to swing by and say hi. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad we're rekindling again. Your mother won't be joining us this evening? No. I'm afraid not. She's not really a fan of the holiday. I don't think she's a fan of most things. I have her pet sitting my puppy, though, so she won't be spending Thanksgiving completely alone. That's unfortunate. I would have loved to catch up with her. You know my mother? We go way back, sweetheart. Has she not mentioned anything to you? No, how do you two know each other? I'm surprised. Thought you would have known by now. Because a long time ago, your mother and I were promised to each other by our families. What? I wasn't expecting that. Promised to each other? We were engaged, essentially. But as you can see, that plan never came into fruition. Back up. What? This is new info. My mother and Vance Owens were engaged. This news came to me as a shock. My mother had never mentioned her association with the Owens family prior to our marriage. Something sketchy with these two families coordinating these things, let alone indulge me in the fact that she was bound to marry one of their sons. And the concept of her omitting this fact for me left a sour taste on my tongue and a strange pit in my stomach. Judging from that look, you weren't aware. Apologies if I overstepped my boundaries. No, thank you, Vance, for telling us this info because we would have never learned otherwise. I didn't mean to stick my nose where it didn't belong. No, you have nothing to worry about. I'm just struggling to figure out why she would hide this from me. Sketchy. Sweetheart, I don't believe she was trying to hide anything from you. I'm sure Emily had her reasons, and I'm grateful the engagement never fell through. Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here with my wife, huh? And you wouldn't be standing here as my nephews. I think you're right about that. It all worked out in the end. Okay, so please excuse me, Vance. Okay, so we'll do the girls. I just don't know which one. We'll start with Chase. Chase. Okay, so they're going out. Hey, did I bump into you at the gala? Right, my apologies. I don't think I ever properly introduced myself. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Chase Taylor. Been buddies with Sawyer since middle school. Oh, is that right? That must have mean you got a ton of embarrassing childhood stories in your arsenal, huh? Care to share any with me? And risk your husband strangling me? I don't think so. I'm sure you'll get some good ones out of him tonight. He looks like he's in the drinking mood. He was in the drinking mood and then he got his face beat in. So I'm actually a little worried about that. I'm not sure where he's disappeared off to. I know I don't like Sawyer, but I do hope he's okay. I wouldn't worry about it. I'm worrying about it. We saw what happened to the man. Sawyer's not a big fan of family events. I wonder why, because his father's an abuser. Can't remember a time he ever has. He mentioned that, but I didn't think it was anything serious. Can we talk how I'm so disappointed in Sandy? I know I've mentioned it a little bit, I think, in this video a couple minutes ago, or in a past video, but I'm so disappointed in him. I liked Sandy at first too. I thought, okay, like he seemed decent, he seemed kind of fun, and then he's just an abuser and he beat his own child. I just no, that absolutely not. Is there something going on with this family? I haven't got a clue, but even if there was something, Sawyer would need to tell you himself. Right now, I wouldn't stress about it. It's just his habit drinking a glass to take the edge off before socials. I do not blame him. I really hope so. He seemed rattled before we even came here. I'm just concerned about him is all. That's sweet of you. I'm sure he appreciates it. Maybe. You don't work for Lauren and Owens Co., do you? Nope. I'm a quant analyst for a private equity firm. Oh, sounds like a headache. So you're good with math? I'm all right. I have a feeling you're just being humble. I'm pretty good at my job, that's all I'll say. Beats going into politics for sure. And what do you have against politics? My dad's in that field. He'd always hoped I'd follow in his footsteps and supersede his position. But it's just not my thing. I do not blame you. So who is your father? Pardon me, I didn't answer this. We can pick up where we left off later if you don't mind. Not at all, I'll just make the rounds with everyone. Interesting. Very interesting that it cut off right before we discussed the father. I wonder if that's going to come into play later on. What do you want? Okay, well, I know who is who, but I feel like I have to... Okay, one of them's going to end it, but I don't know who. I don't know. I'm going with Claire. I'm scared. Did I do it? Claire Miller, was it? I'm really glad to see you here. You are? Well, I wanted to get to know you better. You seem very close with the Owens family, so I thought it was only right to become familiar with you. Oh my gosh, she's talking to the mistress. That's true. I think you'll be seeing a lot more of me around here. Oh, really now? I think we'll see a little less of you soon. So I've heard Sawyer's workload seems to be intensifying now. Nothing Mr. Owens can't manage. But don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of him. I'm counting on it. Oh, she's going to take good care of him with her mouth. Every conversation I'd ever share with Claire, despite how brief, always seemed to leave a bitter aftertaste in my mouth. I found my muscles tensing upon her voice, grazing my ears in it with its subtle frigidness, and analyzing the slightest shift in her irises as she eyed me up and down, searching for any clues. Girl, why are you searching Cerise for clues? We should be searching you, Miss Mistress. Cues for what exactly? I had the faintest idea. All I knew with absolute certainty was that every interaction with Clara left me wanting answers to questions I had yet to ask myself. How long had I been working as my husband's assistant? We're coming up on 3 years now, I'd say. Okay. Interesting. We're coming up on 3 years? Lucky him, you stuck around for quite a long time. All those years, and he never put a ring on it. He never made her official. Just saying. Oh, Miss Owens, don't worry. I caught that. Not Mrs. Owens, Miss Owens. I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Oh, honey, your days are numbered, Miss Claire. Mrs. Sorry, it's Mrs. Owens, not Miss. Tell her, Cerise. See, this is why I can't get behind Claire. This girl wants to play games. She wants to play games. It's like, girl, go be mad at Sawyer. That is who you need to complain to. No big deal. I'm simply setting the facts straight. Tell her. Yeah. I suddenly feel like another glass of wine. Please excuse me. Oh, she just... Claire, she gets me angry. I want to root for Claire too, secretly. I secretly do want to root for Claire because like I do feel bad for her. But then she says stuff and it's like, okay, I don't feel bad anymore. It's like, you made your own bed, Claire. You're going to have to lie in it. And last and definitely least, Juliette. Because it does. Okay, I think we already got. See the eye roll? It's just. And poor Cerise has gone into this from the get-go, really trying to be friends with these people, try to get to know them, try to get to know her husband and all these people, besides some of them, like the others, not Juliette and not Claire, have been wonderful, but Juliette, Claire, Sawyer, originally before the accident, have all just been horrible for no reason to Cerise. This poor girl. And that dress is too cute, by the way. Where is it from? It's from, I don't know how to say that, y'all. And it's Juliette. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I've always heard other people call you. Well, that's more of an endearing nickname for my friends and family. Okay, well, we're family now, so. I see. Why, was there a particular reason why you wanted to talk to me? Damn, girl. Well, I just wanted to get to know. Great, if you'll excuse me, I was in the middle of a rather riveting conversation. Oh, ho. Okay, that went well. Okay, I think we got everything, right? Finished the game? At least an hour had gone by since we arrived at the Owens estate, and Sawyer was still nowhere in sight. The last time I saw him had been the moment we entered before he made a beeline into an unknown void down one of the dim corridors. Gus is a great find agent. I'll have an officer intercept the buyer once we get word that the plot is up for bid, huh? I don't know if I trust Mackenzie, although I appreciate the sense of urgency the submission could have waited until next week. It's a holiday agent, why the rush? Oh, look who it is. Look who's so handsome. I just want to get this assignment over with, sir. How's the other half of the job treating you? No complaints thus far? It's all right, sir. I know this is completely out of left field for your usual charge, but I appreciate your cooperation. Hope you're not bored babysitting already, Watson. Babysitting? No, sir, I don't think I am. Why was that sketchy to me? That was a little sketchy. Something is sketchy. I don't know. I don't want to think bad about him, but these adults, you can't trust them. These older people in this story, my gosh. As I made my way through the corn maze that was this mansion, I somehow managed to reach a destination almost as rewarding as having found Sawyer himself. Where is this? Sawyer's childhood bedroom. This blue time capsule couldn't have belonged to anyone else but my husband. Oh, it's a cute room with probably horrible memories. Poor thing. I was sure of it despite how little I knew of his childhood. Because it didn't matter, there were traces of him scattered all over the room, engulfing me from everywhere. The vast hues of blue that littered the four corners, mimicking his own blue office in our home. That's kind of cute. The unsettling, neat and tidy desk, almost too organized for such a young boy. It was definitely too organized because that dad would not let him live a nice childhood. The early telltale signs of a future perfectionist, forced future perfectionist, a workaholic in the making, forced. There were also pieces of Sawyer posed in the room that I wasn't privy to before. I wondered if he would ever tell me he played guitar, let alone sing me a song. Or if he'd ever hold my hand as he helped guide me onto a skateboard. All these fantasies. But what really caught my attention was the bookshelf propped up on the opposing end of his room. Or more specifically, the picture frames nailed up next to it. Visual retellings of Sawyer's life stories I had yet to hear. I thought she was about to find like a little, like, what were those things, like the moving bookshelf, bookcase thing, like the secret rooms or something. Okay, there's Sawyer, So he's always been a bit of a grump. Every photo of Sawyer depicted him like a ruffian. The grain of the photo hid some of the barely identifiable bruises that littered his face, but band-aids were a dead giveaway. Wonder how that happened. Fandy. Yet despite never having seen these photos before, another strange sense of familiarity swept through me. Perhaps it was because I knew the man this little boy would turn out to be, but at the same time, I felt like something much deeper. I guess he just never learned how to smile. And that's the mom. Sawyer loved his mother without a doubt. Her picture frame was the biggest. Valerie was it. Her smile seemed to collect the sunlight that beamed through the window and reflected back to as stardust. I didn't need much context to deduce that she would only be joining us this evening in spirit. But what I was surprised to see was that she was the spitting image of Vance Owens. Interesting. Doesn't the Owens last name come from Sawyer's maternal side? Young miss, are you lost? Oh, look who's here. William. Interesting. Very interesting. William. As a matter of fact, I am. I'm looking for Sawyer. The youngster doesn't use this room anymore. It's just storage now. Most likely he'll be at the bar at the East Wing. Ah, good to know. Thank you, William. Was that sketchy? Why is he? Wait, don't tell me there actually was a secret passage. Oh, no, it was a... Oh. Was there a secret passage? What was that? Was that her phone? Sandy. I thought we'd established that I was already dead. Oh, we will not be calling you that anymore after we've seen what kind of person you are. Right, pardon me. Dad, you didn't happen to find Sawyer, did you? Sawyer will be joining us momentarily. I believe dinner should be ready soon. Care to walk with me? In fact, I have a couple business matters I'd like to discuss with you. Now, why was that phone hidden? William, what's going on in this household? These people are crazy. This is a horror movie in this household right here. Sounds interesting. I'm just going to run to the washroom, but I'll meet you there. All right, sweetheart. I'll help them set up in the meantime. I bet she feels something's wrong, maybe. Girl, I would wait a minute if I were you. Sawyer? Oh no, he's going to be beaten, bloodied, and bruised. Oh no, he looks fine. No, he isn't. I think something's on his face. Oh no. Oh gosh. Dinner's going to be weird.